Welcome to Garden Rewards, and if you're new here, my name is Wendy, so welcome to the channel. And this week, with the glorious weather we're having for the next few days, I thought it would be an ideal time to share again with you how I try and eliminate some of the invasive weeds in the entry here. Now usually I don't mind weeds at all, but there are areas in the garden where you don't want them and you don't want to put up with them, and the fence here is one of them. Because we stain the fence, and two, if we have anything through like the garden furniture, we had to take a panel out and try and carry the boxes through because they wouldn't fit through the gate. And obviously we don't want any nettles or thistles growing that can sting or scratch when we're staining the fence. So obviously the rest of the entry here does have weeds, but obviously, you know, weeds are a good thing. They wouldn't be here unless they were beneficial to the system. But obviously, you know, I won't have weeds on my lawn either, dandelion, buttercups or daisies. I find that you know, when you mow the lawn, if you let them take over, you haven't got any lawn left, you're actually just mowing weeds. So obviously you would use weed and feed on the lawn. This method here that I'm going to show you, it's just for entryways or on my driveway. I've got an old driveway with block paving in, and obviously the weeds come through, so until we get the drive redone, I'm always going to battle with the weeds. This method is cost effective. There are weed killers you can buy, but I find, you know, they can be really expensive and you need more than one bottle. So this way is cost effective and it works well for me, and I've been doing this year after year. So the first method I use is using white vinegar and washing up liquid, and also an old watering can. Don't use your watering can you would water plants with. Put aside an old watering can that you can use to do this, and you're washing up liquid, and you just give the watering can a good squirt of washing up liquid, and then you pour your white vinegar in. Now the reason I use the washing it up liquid and white vinegar, the method is that it's the vinegar that kills the weeds, and it's the washing up liquid that helps it stick to the weeds. Some people put salt in as well, which you can do, but if you're using a spray bottle with a pump, there might be some metal elements on the nozzle, and if you're going to use salt, then it could erode the metal. I always use the watering can, and you can put salt in it if you want to, but I find the washing up liquid and the white vinegar works well as it is. The other thing I use is this hand pump one, and write weed killer on it, because I didn't do it, and once I nearly went to spray it on my roses thinking it was bug spray. So please write weed killer on any bottles that you're doing anything like this with. And this is really to give things a quick blast. If I see a weed coming up, then I can just give it a quick spray, and it's very handy as well. So the watering can I'm going to use for my driveway out the front, and I'll just show you in the entryway some of the weeds that I'm going to use this with. And also, just to mention, it's good to do this when it's a baking hot day, and then when you spray this, the weeds will just burn to a crisp. And the other method I like to use is some salt and hot water, and all you do is you pour some hot water onto the weed and sprinkle some salt, and if you want to, you can pour some more hot water on. And that's all there is to it. Please try it, because it is easy on the pocket and it is worth giving it a go. And at the end of the video, I'll show you a before and after, so you can see sort of how it works. But I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.